Greetings all, Vanna here for the Fire Signs Weekly Message. Excuse me, Mr. Cod. Very interesting. So the first card that came out for the Fire Signs was the Reverse Three of Cups. Now, this card had been coming out pretty recently in the messages for the general collective that I feel a part of through other readers. And it going along with your own message, I definitely feel it resonates with the switch of pushing yourself out there and being in those social interactions as a distraction to the noise and heaviness that is going on inside the head. And I understand, I am the queen of escapism. Outside of these, headphones are on, musics are playing, and I am dead to the world because it is overwhelming sometimes. But I also feel like there is a need to ground yourself, especially for the Aries out there. We have the Stand Still card. Now, we have a full moon coming up. I believe it's either tomorrow or Wednesday. But this full moon is also a lunar eclipse. And it's in Pisces, so it's going to be stirring up a lot of emotions. So interactions with other people might not go the way you want them to because everyone is feeling so much more. Everyone is expressing so much more. And more power does not make it a better expression. More power does not make it a more meaningful message. More power to energy that has not been grounded can create a catastrophe, emotional explosions. So there's a big need to ground yourself right now. Leos got the hummingbird. Libra came in your dice, so again, another sign of balancing. The Leos got the hummingbird. And I very much feel like there is so much going on. You're not even going to be able to see how it's moving. Because, like, think about this. A hummingbird moves so fast, you can't actually see its wings. You can't see how it's moving, but it's still moving. It still travels great distances, carrying pollen from old places to new places, bringing nutrients, bringing energy, with a speed that you do not expect. I am so sorry. I just spat everywhere. That is disgusting. I am sorry. Sagittarius got Rainmaker and the Andean Cross in reverse. And coming after the grounding that's needed in the Aries energy, in the speed and movement that comes in with the Leo energy, this makes sense. Everything has been thrown out of direction, but it's because so much is coming into place. You feel ungrounded. You feel unstable. The holy mountain you feel has slipped beneath you. But what I love about this is that the person sitting up there is the same one that's needing to ground themselves here. You can be making a problem so much bigger than it really is because there is a lot of energy to this. There's a lot of movement and things going on right now. And if you give too much energy or too much attention to something that you can't control, or you make something bigger than what it is, it can spiral very quickly. The Queen of Cups and the Four of Swords. Have emotional awareness and be rid of anything that upsets that emotional stability. Four of Swords is an incredible representation of slicing and heaving that line and that cord that bound you to that place. You are releasing that burden. You are releasing that strain because you know you deserve something better. You know you deserve peace and a life that you don't have to fight for. A life that you don't have to hurt someone for. And there are many people that believe that. And it is a fear. It is very much a fear that if you are not the most aggressive person in the room, someone else will be. If you are not the biggest, scariest person in the room, someone else will come and intimidate you. And it's like, Okay, I feel like there could be a large part of my male portion here, because, especially with this Queen of Cups, men are not taught emotional awareness. They are not taught emotional sensitivity, and they are certainly not taught that they can feel those emotions. And because of it, we have such a warped idea of masculinity and power and authority that so many, and I am not saying this about all men, but so many do just become a warden, a marshal, and a monster, because they believe that is the only way that they can protect themselves or their family. There are men that are like, if your woman isn't afraid that you can, like, her in the middle of the night, then you're not doing your job right. And like, we do not have time to unpack all of fragile masculinity and wounded divine masculine egos, but you will never have the beautiful life that you want. You will never have the peaceful life that you want if you have constantly given your power away to so many other things. Prosperity is not just money. Prosperity is happiness. Prosperity is success, and whatever that means to you. Prosperity means that at the end of the day, you are happy, you are fed, and you are loved. And you are loved. Oh my days. You have a lot of water signs coming out for you, and as difficult as it may be for you, as overwhelming as it, why is it like this? Oh, wow. The cards were flipped over, so like I picked it up thinking that the Seven of Cups was the bottom of the deck, but the Justice is the bottom of the deck. Love that. Okay, so what is this other message? Seven of Cups, Knight of Cups, and Ten of Cups. Yeah. There's a lot of overwhelming choices right now. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot going around, and that's why you need to ground yourself, because not every opportunity that presents itself to you is meant for you. Not every cup someone offers you, you have to take. The Knight of Cups is bringing in discernment in probably a lot slower than how you would like it, but the movement is occurring the way it must so that you have the time to process what it is you need to process, release what no longer belongs to you, and you have the room for the love that it is you desire, what it is you've wanted this entire time. The love, the support, the happy family, the happy home life, whatever that means for you. But it's not someone else's job to make you happy. It's not someone else's job to heal you. It's not my job to tell you what's wrong with your life. It is my job to tell you the energies that are going on and how you could try and take control of your own life and direct it the way that you want it to be. And right now, that means you have to allow yourself to feel and understand why it is you want these things. Do you want this lifestyle out of a desire for normalcy because that's what other people have? Do you want this lifestyle because it's something that you knew as a child and it has familiarity? Or do you want this lifestyle because it is genuinely resonates with who you are? And that's a lot of shadow work. That's a lot of heavy, like, no, real talk. What do you want? And people will avoid that because it's fucking overwhelming. But you will always be miserable and have a love that is conditional or situational if you do not sort these things out. Because your vibe attracts your tribe. And if you aren't happy with the people around you, you have to look to yourself and see why were they attracted to your energy? Why do they feel comfortable here? And why have they continued to be here when it upsets you? Have a beautiful day, my love.